Case Study 0024 with playwright Bret Angelos. When an amnesiac wakes up in a post-apocalyptic world ravaged by a rabies-type virus, he must band together with a small group of survivors. All right. So, Bret, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm really happy to be here.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you.
Yeah, it's good to be in from the wasteland with like human beings,
Yeah.
talking to them.
Yeah. Clean water.
Right?
Yeah.
No night runners,
No day runners either.
whatever, day walkers,
Or
whatever those things
whatever.
are.
Yeah. Shall we jump in?
Yeah, sure.
This movie starts off with a couple in a car, and I just like to take a second for this woman's makeup and hair because, wow,
It was one of my notes was nice makeup. I loved it.
She had a Furiosa band across her eyes,
Right.
but instead of black, it was blue because black can be a little bit striking, and you want to like make it a little more subtle, a little like.
Right.
And then her hair.
Her hair was kind of like just like a chaotic mess.
Her hair, I hope to God for her sake that was a wig because it looked painful. It wasn't like a white girl with dreadlocks.
Almost was, though.
Almost. It was like a white girl with 100 rat's nests in her hair. It was insane.
Yeah, it was definitely was.
And I was like, just looking at her, I was like, this movie is going to be fun as hell because she's bringing it.
Yeah, she totally was. She's glad that you mentioned that because a girl likes to hear it. Because this is like a tender lover's moment between these two people in a rolling car that's going somewhere.
Right.
We don't know where.
Or, we can't see the future. We can't see it out the windshield.
They're kind of like driving through weeds in the desert
Yep.
very slowly.
Yeah. Because
somewhere.
there's no road.
Right. It's the wasteland.
Right.
I just, I did love her makeup. Mm-hmm. It was Furiosa-like.
Yeah. Well, it was very, that's what we're going for.
Right. I was referring to her in my notes as Furiosa Light.
Very much so.
But she's also like, I also thought of her as like 7 of 9's cousin.
Oh my God, yes! I was so distracted because she looks exactly like Jerry Ryan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was like her cousin, maybe?
Yes, with a bunch of shit on her face. Exactly. She is gorgeous. I'm not even going to downplay that.
Right.
I could not get past the fact that she looked exactly like Jerry Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, many of the actors in this movie, they look good. The movie looked good overall.
Yeah, it did.
Like the scenery and just like the lighting.
Yeah.
The only thing that didn't look good was anything to do with the Night Runners, which we'll get to later.
Yeah.
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 I mean, this movie, the reason I picked it out was when I was a kid, like The Road Warrior was like one of the movies that I tried to watch at other people's houses on cable. So I'd go and we'd try to get Road Warrior on so I could see whatever people in the tents, like when the tent gets ripped off,
Yeah. I don't know how you're relating those movies to this one. I don't see any correlation between the two.
There's like a tiny correlation. Like this movie's like I wanted like sweet Belgian chocolate, and this movie's like carob.
Oh, no, it's like Palmer's
chalky,
chocolatey
candies
that you got at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, it's very imitation. Like very bad imitation.
And it wasn't, I will say, it was not a bad movie.
No.
But it didn't try hard enough, is what I will say.
They could have made this movie better by like doing like 3 different extra things.
Yep.
But they were like, nah, we're phoning this in.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll just, we'll make it super casual. It's fine. This will be a Sunday walk in the park instead of a drag race. It's fine. So they get to this couple after crashing into weeds or whatever. I don't know what they were doing.
Well, first off, when they were rolling, they started making out while the car's moving.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, they're going to go out over the Grand Canyon. The movie's over.
That would have been beautiful.
Right. Then there's no movie. It's just done. Or like a Thelma and Louise.
Right.
You know.
And then 2 hours of credits.
Or usually in like a horror movie, isn't it when the people get busy, someone usually dies? So it's like foreshadowing.
Yes.
Like you get harpooned or something happens. So.
Yeah. But no.
They just find a gas station.
Their car just stops.
Yeah.
They go to the gas station to get gas, obviously, because they're in a car. And what made me laugh about this scene is that she's like, I gotta go pee.
Well, yeah. Because like they get to the gas station and it's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom in this like wasteland gas station.
Sure.
So I'm sure like the plumbing and everything is working, right?
Why do you need to go inside anywhere of this deserted desert to pee?
I actually rewatched the scene because I wanted to see if there was any toilet paper in there, but there wasn't.
Of course not.
But I loved how she climbed up on this thing. I thought she was going to take like an upper decker.
Yes. Why? All of this is so dumb.
like as a woman, have you ever like stood with your feet on the bowl?
No, not once. I mean, maybe as a joke, but I wouldn't go through with anything. Come on.
I mean, it's basic cleanliness in the apocalypse. You stand on the bowl over the toilet.
But what is even the point? There's no water in there. It's not going to flush.
Why didn't you go like behind the building?
Yes, where there's not going to be an ambush of any kind.
Right. Well, and then when the guy walks in, like, well, she's going to the bathroom and he's supposed to fill the car up with gas. But then he's like, let me go in this abandoned
gas
thing.
Station.
Maybe there's supplies.
Yeah.
And immediately he's hit with like the stench of death.
Right. No, that's fine.
Don't go in there.
No, it's fine. He's got to find supplies next to the dead guy. It's fine.
Right. And then don't feel for the dead guy's pulse. Like, shoot him, hit him in the head.
No, he's just sleepy. And he hasn't had a shower in a while. It's the apocalypse. People don't shower.
Right.
So he's going to be stinky.
Right.
For a good, I don't know, an hour of this movie, I have no idea what these infected people are. Are they zombies? Are they just infected?
Are they vampires?
Right, because they had very much a vampire lore to them, but there was no, like, shoot it in the head, or there's nothing like head or heart, or...
Right.
They explain nothing about this at all.
It comes out, like, it takes, like, an hour of the movie to find anything about these things.
Which is way too long, considering that's the focal point of the fucking movie.
Well, I mean, you don't know really what happened to society.
Right.
I'm just going to say this movie came out, like, I think in 2015.
Right.
So I'm going to say it was COVID-15.
Yes, exactly.
And then it turned into this weird virus.
Yep.
So this is a pre-COVID movie.
Right. Yeah. And a bunch of people refused to get the vaccination.
Right. And they turned into these zombie Dracula vampires.
Right. It's way worse.
Took over the city. Mm-hmm. That's like in the alternate reality, like with the Euro positronic, the ring. There is a universe where that happened instead of COVID-19.
Right. Well, because there was no one left for COVID-19 to happen because COVID-15.
Right.
Right. So when he's in there, he gets bit by this guy, of course. This not zombie. I don't know.
Right. Then he shoots it in the head. We should have shot it in the head in the first place.
Yeah. Absolutely. But he gets a good bite in first. This is when I was just like, why is everyone pissed off that he got bit? Because, of course, they didn't explain it at all.
Right.
And he's like, you gotta kill me. You gotta kill me. And she's like, okay. And we think she does, but then the credits roll, so we don't know.
Yeah. I put, like, the lover's dilemma.
Yeah.
Should she do it? Mm-hmm. And he's like, I love you. Bang!
Yeah. What got shot is my question.
Right.
Because she was aiming right at him. Did he have a gun?
It was like a ringtone. And then she apparently there's a flamethrower on top of their car.
And on top of their Google car that they're taking pictures of the landscape with. Right. Oh, wait, no, it's not a Google car. It's a flamethrower. You're right.
Right.
In order to hit this gas station with the flamethrower, she has to be fairly close. And by the time she gets this flamethrower going and it explodes, she just kind of slowly drives away or whatever. She was way too fucking close to that. She would be dead.
Well, she had goggles.
Oh,
so that,
you're right.
Protected her.
You're right.
She's part of the goggles tribe. Everyone has goggles.
Yes.
So, I'm thinking, first off, anytime there was a flamethrower in this movie, I loved it. So I just wanted all of them to have flamethrowers.
Yes.
Why didn't they all have flamethrowers?
Yes. Everyone should be covered in that weird gel that you can, burn and not get burned. Love it.
And my first thought was, where's the Breaking Bad RV?
I also
And then,
thought
a split second later, there was, an RV.
Of course there was. It's 2015.
Covered in camo.
Yeah.
And I think it was supposed to be a school bus.
Yeah.
Because on the back it says Apocabus.
Oh, my God, shut up.
Yeah, it's written there, Apocabus.
Someone's clever.
Yeah, and so it's this man, Dirk, talking, this African-American man talking to this woman who I refer to as Pam from The Office.
Yeah, she had strong Pam vibe.
We're dropped into him recounting this tale of the last Snickers bar on Earth and what this woman was going to be willing to do to get it.
Right.
And he's like, and so I told her, if you want to get down with some nuts and chocolate, you're going to have to get down with some nuts and chocolate. So that represents the first joke of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and there's so many.
Yeah. He's the only guy who could make jokes in this movie.
No, and I loved his character so much.
Yeah.
He was great. They're on top of this bus looking for daywalkers, I believe. Looking into the distance, they find some guy walking through the desert, and they assume he's a daywalker because he's a guy. What's his name again?
I think it's Dirk.
Oh, Dirk, that's not a good name. Yeah. Dirk is like, okay, I'm going to shoot him. She's like, okay, one shot. That's it. And if you miss, that's tough. That's tough shit for you.
Right. And I guess there's an ammo scenario.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're always low on ammo. He just kind of wings him. They go and get him, and they find out that he's not because he can talk.
He wants water.
Right. And boy, his lips grossed me out this entire movie.
Yeah, they're very parched.
They looked like he had put Elmer's glue on them and let it dry and then kind of peeled it, but not enough.
Right. He really needed water.
He really fucking needed water.
Yeah. And after Dirk wings this guy, it's he can't use any more bullets, so he has to, of course, pull out his nunchucks. Which, everyone knows that's the go-to weapon instead of a knife.
Of course. Are you kidding me?
But they look like nunchucks you want at the fair.
Yep. They looked like they were made out of birchwood.
Yeah, they didn't look real. I looked up on the internet, what do nunchucks really look like? And they didn't look like that.
Maybe he made them in a shop class.
Right. They'd probably need to find a lathe or something to do that.
They do. So they bring what's his name back. Oh, his name is Thorn. In all of my notes for an hour through the movie, he's not Mad Max, but I guess his name is Thorn.
Well, we know that he's supposed to be Mad Max because he's got a weird ass English accent
and a leather jacket with weird metal epithets on them.
Right.
Epaulets.
Yeah.
Possibly epithets as well. Who knows?
Well, yeah, he's racist.
Yeah, for sure. He's British or Australian or something. He's got to be.
Yeah, an empire. Right. The sun never sets on that empire.
Nope. There's a car chase at this point.
Right. This car chase was out of nowhere.
It was completely out of nowhere and seemingly had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, I wrote Deer Antler Man.
Oh, yeah.
But then what I liked about this car chase was, and the spiked cars, and there's a huge crossbow. Mm-hmm. But this is the first instance of a road apocalypse movie I've ever seen with a limo. With a 50 cal machine gun on top of it.
Yes, and I loved it.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
And they capture this woman, which we know nothing about her.
Yeah, but she's in a dune buggy, so we know that.
Right.
That's important information.
Exactly.
not Jerry Ryan cut them off in this car chase. But I don't think we even find out what happens when she cuts them off. She's just like, cut it out, you guys. And then that was the end of the scene.
Yeah, it's like they capture this random escaping desert woman, and we don't know why, and we don't know who they are.
No.
They just got a limo, and they're partying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, who wouldn't?
And there's punk music. There's random punk music.
It was very much a Cramps, like, wannabe band.
Right.
I didn't hate it.
No, I liked it.
It may have been the same song over and over again, but I did not hate it.
Yeah, they played it maybe like 3 times in the movie, and every time I was like, yeah, this is good.
This works. So now we're back to camp. Thorne, I keep wanting to call him not Mad Max in my head. Thorne is eating out of a can of food, and it's so fucking gross. It's just like, I can hear every chew that you're making, and I want to murder you right now.
It's like beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot.
Oh, is that how that goes?
That's good eating.
Yeah.
I'm glad I took the label off this can. This perfectly shiny silver can, so we can't tell what it is.
We all know it's peaches.
It was Alpo.
It's full of protein. That only makes sense.
Right. Everyone in the future at this camp, which is kind of like the MASH 4077 camp.
Only not as funny, yeah.
Right. There's no Hawkeye or anything.
Oh, God.
But everyone's got perfectly ripped clothing in the future.
Oh, my God.
Like I wanted some of these shirts, which, like, they're perfectly ripped. Like, what kind of wear and tear do you put on your shirt?
Are all of these people washing their clothes with barbed wire? I don't think that even works. There's so many holes.
Like, what store would they sell these perfectly ripped clothes at today?
Akira? I don't know. So they're in the med tent, and of course the doctor is an Asian woman.
Right.
She's telling Dallas, the head of the camp.
stoic leader of the camp.
Because he's old.
He's like the older, like, if Rick got fat and old,
yes,
was like running a camp and never followed his own rules.
Nope.
But he's kind.
Yes.
He's a kind man.
He understands.
He's too kind for the future.
He really is. He's going to get everybody killed.
Yeah, Hamlet style. There's going to be like a bunch of deaths.
You're getting too fast. She's telling him that Thorne has amnesia.
Viral amnesia.
Yes, viral
Could
amnesia.
be viral.
Yes. They figure out or think, we think he's immune. We got to keep him on our team and make vaccines.
Is this amnesia viral?
Mm-hmm.
Some virus shit is amiss.
It really is a COVID-15 situation.
Like, what are the camp's needs? We need ammo and water to fight something. And we got water.
Fresh supply of drinking water.
They're gearing up for hell. Hell happens at night.
Oh.
Because at night, that's when they get attacked by these guys from Burning Man that like come out, and they're like these tech bros that are like they're frenzied because like none of their tech's working,
right?
And so they just like attack anything like zombies. Like I was wondering where Burning Man's town was.
Oh, it's
in
just
relation
like
to this
a good 2
movie.
miles away from that. There's no way it's any further. That's how they all got there.
Right.
But to what end? Why do they want to kill? Is it just that they're brain dead viral guys?
I don't know. We don't know what they want. But we know that they're afraid of lights, I think.
And water.
Right. They can't drink water.
I was so excited when not Jerry Ryan said this, because it's a true fact that people with rabies, they have hydrophobia. Have you ever seen?
I did not know this.
Yes, it's true and insane. There are videos of people being coaxed to try and drink water that have rabies.
Wow.
It is heartbreaking because these people are terrified of water. They'll just be receiving a receptacle of liquid and just freak the fuck out and start crying. It is crazy.
I think one of the writers must have like had that experience. It's like, I'm throwing that. You gotta write what you know. I'm throwing that in.
Yes.
We're gonna make it frothy. That's one of my notes later on. Frothy.
No one's afraid of frothy water, you idiots. They get ambushed. Not ambushed, but the zombies come out.
It's like waves. It's a wave of wave after wave. You think they're doomed.
Yeah, because they were. Like, how did they even get out of that?
It's because Pam from The Office is a badass stone cold killer. And
Yeah.
she will knife you.
Yeah, she will. And drive away after.
And leave the group.
Yeah.
Because the only thing important to her in life is Snickers bars and that bus.
Yeah, hell yes. Valid. She takes off with the truck, right?
Right.
And she goes back to camp. She's like, there's nothing I could do. They're out there. They're fine, whatever.
Well, before that happens, somehow the zombies were on top of the truck and they jumped off. That black woman just blasts them all with a flamethrower.
Right, but how did those zombies get there?
They were on the truck and they were just taking a ride back to the camp. They
Yeah,
thought they
how
could...
did she not notice all those zombies were in there and on there? And there were like 6 zombies on that
She was
truck.
like half dead and the zombies were just trying to get Wi-Fi. And they were like, because they thought this was the
Right.
time. Oh,
Yeah, they're trying to make TikToks and be
Right.
like, what up, it's your boy.
and then when they got to the camp, they got blasted with a flamethrower.
Which was beautiful.
Right. So then not Jerry Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Pam, you've got to prove that you're human. Drink this water.
And she's like, I don't want to drink water.
Well, then you're going to die.
Because why? What? Why?
Because them's the rules.
No. I get the rules. But Pam, just drink the fucking water. You know people think you're a zombie unless you drink the water. Why would you refuse the water?
Because people are looking to shiv Pam anyway.
Yeah.
So
She's an asshole.
She's just, she's really surly. So, but she drinks it and she's like, see, I'm human.
Get it, jerks.
I think this is where I learned that zombies don't drink water. I wrote, they drink blood.
Yes.
Yeah. So somehow that's important. And then Furiosa, Light,
Yes.
saves the team. She don't follow no orders.
No, hell no. She's
So
her own person.
She takes the flamethrower car and she goes and saves like Dallas and the boys.
Yes. Yep.
And he's like, you didn't follow orders. And she's like, well, you never do either.
And you're alive, so why don't you shut the fuck up?
Right.
And this is one of the parts where I wrote down, does anyone in this fucking movie have a name? Nobody calls anybody by a name except for Kevin, who died in the first 5 seconds.
I didn't even know his name.
Yeah. But they did call him Kevin at some point, and I was like, oh, he has a name.
Well, not Jerry Ryan. Her actual name is Nakata.
And she does not say that until like the last 5 minutes. Like, what? No.
What's the doctor's name? Is it Sue? I called her Dr. Mrs. Fauci.
That works.
Yeah.
She knows what she's doing, and no one's listening.
Right. Basically, Dallas was pissed that she came to rescue them because she brought not Mad Max with her. And he was like, don't you know what he is?
No.
And then I'm like, no, I have no idea.
Please tell us now.
like, what is he? Yeah, there's some really funny talk here where Dallas is like talking with the group and the doctors about developing a serum. And I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, it's easy to make a serum.
It's so easy.
Like, we should just get this, and this. We got it.
Yes.
We got this.
They say they need a centrifuge, but I bet you could just whip it around a lot and it would be the same
and
thing.
an incubator.
Yes. And they're in the desert, so it's like the same thing. You don't even need an incubator.
Right. He tries to explain something and he refers to these people as the immune people. So then Thorne's like, am I one of these immune people?
Right.
You know? And then I was like, no, you're a garbage person.
Yep. That pretty much nails it.
Garbage people also have amnesia.
Not Jerry Ryan is going to go feed her boyfriend blood.
Oh, this was good.
This is when we find out she didn't kill him and she's got him stored away in first the trunk, and then she like pulls him off to some abandoned house somewhere. And she's like slitting her arteries open. It seemed like a really bad place to do that as well. And she's like in the middle of her forearm, just like, there's a vein there.
And it filled the bowl up.
Yes!
Like a gallon of blood.
Yes!
Like, isn't she going to pass out?
No, she's fine.
And then I mean, like, time to check on zombie boyfriend. Zomboyfriend. We got to feed him a bowl of blood.
Yeah.
A big bowl of blood.
Yeah.
And it's I'm frothy, like getting into this. But he's right next to the light.
Yep.
Like there's like this line.
Yep.
And then every time he crosses it, it's like it freaks him out because he's got the rabies
I didn't even
virus.
catch that. I just assumed that he didn't even realize that there was light because he's a stupid zombie. The way he gets fed.
Sticking his head in the bowl.
Is he licking it like a cat? Like, what the fuck is going on? You couldn't, like, lift it to his mouth or something, give him a straw, anything?
It's just, I'm going to stick my entire face in this bowl. I'm getting all up in this blood.
You're wasting it. You got blood all over your face, all over the floor.
You can get it later. You can lick.
His tongue's not that long.
Maybe when he becomes a zombie, it's like whoosh.
Oh, good point. Good point.
You know, it makes such a ruckus.
Yes.
That like the jig is up. The
Right.
camp knows.
Mm-hmm.
She saved her zombie boyfriend.
Right.
And the little girl.
Emily. The only other person whose name I know. Yeah.
She also has like the face makeup of Furiosa. She sees this all go down and scares the living shit out of her. And
Of course.
she runs and gets the team. And
Snitches get stitches, is
yeah,
what I'm saying.
and then Dallas comes and
He's like,
you know,
what the fuck,
like,
you fucking idiot?
what up? You said you put a bullet in him. Okay, he can be a test subject. I'm gonna break my own rules.
Yep.
You give him as many tranquilizers and drugs and Valium or whatever.
How many of that do you have?
Like, why aren't they taking that?
Yes.
Like, they need to take that.
Yes. Maybe they'll be able to think better if they're more calm.
There was a part before she feeds the zombie
Yeah.
the blood where there was a classic Road Warrior moment that could have been inserted here. Right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
And it was, they need ammo,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're
Yeah.
talking about how they need ammo.
Mm.
Thorne is like, I might know a place. So that is a direct call out to Road Warrior, where they have this tanker. They need a way to transport the tanker out of the wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, how are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? And then Mel Gibson's like, 2 days ago, I saw a rig that could haul that tanker. You want to get out of here? Talk to me. They should have done that. Exactly.
Well, then everyone would know. And they don't want people to associate it with an actual movie that's so far from ever being anywhere near that movie. I still don't understand the association you're making with the two movies.
I saw a rig that hauled that tanker. You want a way out of here? Talk to me.
I was like, this kind of looks like a good episode of Walking Dead.
Yeah, I mean, visually, it could have easily been. It was very bright because the desert's very
Yes.
bright.
I just wanted to knock Walking Dead a little bit, even though I love it very much.
I stopped watching it like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, everyone did. I'm the only one that still watches it.
But I heard it got good again a little bit.
It's hard without Rick.
You know, The Walking Dead is sort of like this movie in that there was the part where there was like the trash woman.
The trash
Like
woman.
the garbage woman, the woman who lived in the garbage dump.
Oh, yeah, the artist.
And she's like, it's like, whoa, man, like she was like all super cool. And like, so the villains in this movie are like punk weirdos.
Yeah.
So kind of like her.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Like they should have just gotten that woman to be
my
in this
God.
movie. She could have been like the star. Like she could have been the villain of the movie.
She would have been fantastic as that.
Instead of like the skinny guy, little punk, like Southern talking guy that shows up later.
Is that the guy Reacher or whatever?
Reaver, right? I liked his clothes.
He had a very evil face, and I thought that was a good touch.
It's because he had the bowler hat or the cowboy hat. It was like they were trying to make him like a Clockwork Orange, like a low budget, Clockwork Orange,
I
but
see that.
but from the South.
Yes.
Because they're near the Alabama hills.
Yes, he was very much a Clockwork Orange hillbilly.
Every time he showed up, that's when they played the punk music.
Oh, right. Of course. Of course. So the whole gang is outside their cars, and they're going down through their game plan to go get more ammo or find stuff to make ammo. There's a point where Dirk...
Yeah, he's the only guy that's funny in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirk and Pam mouth something to each other.
I know what it is.
Good, because I kept looking at it and I have no idea what he said or they said.
Okay, so it's like a silent moment between two people that love the Apocabus. So he's like, take care of my bus. And she's like, it's my bus.
And that's why everyone hates Pam.
Because Pam is just so selfish.
Thank you. I mean, on all levels, yes. I agree.
Yeah, so half the team is going to go to this place that Thorne knows of where they can find supplies to make bullets and just get all crafty.
Right.
And like
make some silver bullets
stuff.
for the werewolves in this movie.
Yeah, but then the doctor's like, maybe you'll find a clinic.
and
then maybe you can find a beaker and test tubes. And it felt like Dallas is like listing the things he needs, like centrifuge, beakers, cooler, microscope. And then she's like, yeah, and an incubator. And I felt like in that movie Roadhouse, where Patrick Swayze's like talking about how he went to Harvard and studied Chinese philosophy and shit.
Oh my God.
Because it's like, oh yeah, we just need test tubes, beakers, microscope. We got this thing licked. We'll make a serum. Or Chinese philosophy and shit.
Yeah. She's got like the MacGyver plan to make some serum. All she needs is like a high school biology classroom and it's fine.
Right. It's like if you find like the remains of a frog that was dissected, make a serum out of that. We're going to do it. I can make it. I know how to synthesize stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a pathogenetic scientist.
For sure.
Whatever. And then I can also cure like really badly dried up lips.
Thank God. Thank the Lord she can do that. Because it was rampant. Thorne is like, why don't you just kill these things when they're...
Like in the daytime.
Yeah, when they're all nesting or whatever the fuck.
Right.
They're like, we tried that once. And we get a flashback of when they tried that.
Right.
It seemed like it was fine. Seemed like they did a great job. Didn't have a problem with it.
It was kind of traumatic for Furiosa.
Because she had to make out with her boyfriend in the middle of this fight.
Yeah, it's like there's like a raging war going on. And she's like getting down with him, like right in this tunnel. It's like
I'm really nervous, but let's make out just a little bit.
Maybe put a baby in me right now.
We need to repopulate the earth now.
Right. He's like, I'm down with some nuts and chocolate.
She's like, what are you even talking about? I hate Snickers. Oh, yeah. See, this is where I realized I was calling Dirk Nunchucks because nobody had a name for the longest time in this movie.
We barely know that these zombies are called night runners.
Right, no.
We barely know that. We know that they're photosynthesis-sensitive.
Right.
They're hydrosensitive.
Right.
I was like, what the hell other kinds of phobias do they have? Do they have like triskaidekaphobia? Like, there's 13 of us in the group. We're safe. They're not going to attack us. Oh, well, he just died. Now we only have 12.
Fuck.
Like, what other phobias?
They all just freak out and leave and then expose themselves to more zombies because there's only 12.
It's like the zombies also have claustrophobia. They have agoraphobia.
Yeah, obviously.
Like
that's why they're running. They're so scared of being outside.
Right. It's not that they're running at the humans. They're so disoriented. They don't know where they're running.
They're completely running on fear at this point.
The part where the group splits up and the Paca bus goes one way.
Yeah.
And then the other team looking for the bullets goes the other.
Yeah.
There's a nice sensitive moment with the little girl where she's like, if I get sick, will you burn me? Will you burn me up?
Fuck yeah, girl. I got you. That looks pleasant. Could you please?
Like, I just imagine like parents like talking to that with like their kids these days. If I get COVID-22 or whatever,
will you burn me?
Will you burn me up?
We've got a fireplace.
It's like we're like so jaded, like now that we've gone through like a pandemic. Like we're talking about this movie from before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Now we're just like, you guys should have just manned up and like
gone
through it. Just work from home. Work from home in the wasteland.
Yes, and then board up your homes at night. What's the problem? So they've gone their separate ways, and they're looking for materials in this place.
It's like a gold mine.
It's part of a gold mine, but it's a building attached to it. So it was like really narrow. It was a weird building.
I didn't really get it. Like, I think maybe like pass the rocks through something and they go through some mechanism and
Yeah.
I don't know. Then there's like a 49er down at the bottom and he's like, hey, I got gold.
So many of those.
That guy turned into a zombie.
Right, of course.
But before they get in there, they have this big conversation about like, Dallas is like, these are the rules. Stay out of the dark. Stick together at night. Don't get bitten. Deal with what we know. And if you see a big bunch, run. Right?
Fair.
He's like, every ounce of energy by them is used to feed, kill, and infect, which is my new ukulele band name. Feed, kill, and infect. The album's gonna drop next month.
Dope! I can't wait. I love a good ukulele zombie band. The scene was kind of boring. They're just looking through a place.
Like when they have like this weird conversation between Dirk, the only comedian in the thing, and Thorne, where he's, listen, man, you gotta be quiet as a mouse who's farting. and then Thorne's like, mouse is farting. What's up with these farts? And then
why do I have to listen to that?
and then he somehow mentions dogs, and then Thorne's like, so I got to be aware of dog farts too? Like what? It's like an Abbott and Costello routine.
Yes, a not good one.
It's like, who's on first? What?
Mouse farts.
Mouse fart?
Dog farts are on second. What are you not getting? They cut back between driving and searching for stuff. They find a lathe at the weird place.
They're
I
like,
guess.
score.
I mean, nobody says that. I just assume because they were all excited about it, and I don't know what a lathe looks like. So, good job, guys. Some dudes come, like this 2 dudes in a pickup truck come, and they see the car, and they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to kill somebody or get some supplies or some crap.
Right. They're
Doesn't
like
matter.
They're like amped.
They are psyched.
And like one guy is the deer antler man.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
And the other guy, when he gets out of the car, he's big. So
that was his thing.
Yeah, and so like I was thinking of him as like Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds. So
yes.
So they kind of ruined this scene because they should have not talked ever.
I agree.
Like,
that would have been great.
They should have just done like campy, facial joke stuff. Like they should have used acting.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Instead of talking, because the minute they talked, they were horrible.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, but when they weren't talking, like they could have done like a thing like where one of them accidentally gets injured and the other one laughs at him. Like in Road Warrior, like the kid throws the metal boomerang and the guy's like, oh, I've got it, and it cuts his fingers off. Like they should have done something like that.
Oh, that would have been great.
But they just turn into normal dudes.
Yeah, they're just dudes.
Yeah, they're like, dude, how are we gonna take this car, man?
They lock them into this weird building with the weirdest lock. What are those things called?
Don't they have guns? Can't they like blow the door open?
Don't they have a lot of stuff? And also,
can't they just like run and just bash it
this
open?
was a piece of shit door.
It's like a rickety mine.
It was falling apart as it was. And then also they get there and they're like, oh, fuck. And then the guy was like, well, there is an exit the other way. Well, what is the problem then? If like, there's another exit.
We're not really trapped because we can just go out the bottom.
Yeah.
And then go up the stairs.
Oh, but the stairs are so steep, dude.
Yeah, it's like 3 flights of stairs,
man. Gross.
I didn't get into this line of work for exercise.
No. Elevator or get the fuck out.
It's like, let's get a solar farm and power this place up and get that elevator on.
We're never coming back, but let's do that.
Like they freak out that they're trapped.
Yeah.
Like they're legit scared. And
then it's just casually brought up, oh yeah, there's an exit down there. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the problem is there's a bunch of zombies that
they didn't see.
Yeah, that neither saw each other until they got down there.
Right.
But they were down there before, right?
They were like asleep maybe. I think they had like noisophobia or something.
Right.
Or they had like what's the thing where you like just they had narcolepsy.
Right. That's another
And
thing
they
you
finally
get
woke
with
up.
fake rabies. Yeah. And in this fight, nunchucks get bit.
I know, and it's sad because he was like the only character I liked in the movie.
He was the best character. He was great.
Right. And then he's got this like tragic death scene where he's just laying there bleeding out, and when you make a serum, come back for me.
You're dead, dude.
Give it to me. And then Thorne's like, nah, I'm gonna shoot you. And then Dallas is like, no, let's leave him. It's okay.
What a bizarre thing to even think that you'd be able to find him again and save him with some bullshit serum.
In Road Wars 2, he like later comes back and he kills the group because they didn't kill him.
Right, but he got the serum, so it's
like a super zombie.
Yes. But as he's dying or had a gun to his face or however that happened, he says to Dallas, put my name on every bullet you make.
Yes.
That's awesome. And also, sounds like a lot of work. Can we maybe do something, maybe like initials or...
Well, we could learn how to etch. And just start etching.
We'll make Emily do that. She's not pulling her weight anyway.
She's like a little girl. And it's like she can have like a tiny little hammer and just like...
That would be so sweet.
Yeah. And then she'll be like, Mommy, my job is to label the bullets.
They're all named after our old friend that's dead now.
I wrote my name on this bullet. It's for you.
Only if you get bit, though, I swear.
Yeah. After they, say goodbye to Dirk.
Yeah, forever.
Poor nunchuck Dirk.
Mm-hmm.
They're heading back up and they see these, punk bros, Ogre and Deer Antler Man.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you just caused your friend to die, their friend to die. Ogre's like, yo, what's up, Thorne?
But wait, before that, they find the truck and they open the trunk of the car.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, oh, shit, this is crazy. I can't believe it. We never, ever find out what's in the trunk. He's just like, oh, I can't believe. What? Oh, this is what?
You know what's in there?
What?
Zombie boyfriend.
But he wasn't. That's
Wasn't
what
he?
I thought. No, because he was still back at the place and it got somebody else. They put somebody else in the trunk and zombie boyfriend was not in the trunk when they put him in the trunk. We never see him.
I think he was in there and then he had like an M16 or something in there. I don't know. Because they were kind of like, you guys are freaky carrying that thing in your car.
Right. And I get what you're saying because verbal cues, yes, absolutely. But they never show him unless he's at their base camp.
Well, it was like, he was on like Thorazine or something and he was like completely knocked out. But it was
that's where they store him.
Yeah, but it was almost kind of funny because when they open the trunk, it's like the trunk view. It was like almost like a Pulp Fiction-esque view.
So that's what they were doing.
So
they're making us wonder what's in that fucking trunk.
Yeah. It's like, but I know it was the boyfriend, and he was all wrapped up tight with a bloody face, and he's just like all wigged out on like heavy duty drugs.
Right. As
just
we all
waiting.
should have been.
Yeah. And then there was like an M16 in there, I think. So they have like the world's worst negotiation, like between
there was
like
no negotiation.
between really stupid guys.
Yep.
And then the group, the good guys.
Yeah.
Hey, you should come back. Reaver will be happy to see you. He's like, I'm with them now.
This was the longest not negotiation scene on Earth. Like, it was like, hey, you should do this. No. But okay, but come with us. No.
Well, we could go camping with you.
No. We maybe catch a movie later.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So, dude, we're not that into you guys.
Take a hint, bro.
Ogre's like really disappointed because he loves hanging out with Thorne. Like they
He's
used to
the life
party.
of the party.
Yeah, Deer Antler Man's like, dude, I love Thorne.
He was so great, man. He would get so wasted and drink blood. Wait a minute.
Wait, yeah. So they finally, I guess they finally decided to go back to the evil punk camp.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, it was like it comes out that we got your truck. We got the Apocabus. And they're like, what else? And they're like, okay, we got all your people too.
Okay. We have everything you want.
We have everything you own.
But we're good. We're pals. Let's just, come on, just go check it out. It's fine.
Right.
Oh, they also find out that there's C4 underneath the rogue car.
That's really important.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Later. That's like a classic because like in the Road Warrior, he had his car wired and rigged to blow. If anyone ever messed with his car, if he flipped some switches in a combination.
Yeah. I have a question about that.
Yeah.
If he like maybe hit a bad bump or like maybe there was a bump that hit the C4 or anything like that, could that be a bad situation?
Nah.
Okay.
This is like perfectly safe to have dynamite directly under your car next to your gas tank.
Where it's really hot.
Yeah.
There's gas, yeah.
Yeah, and just random debris. It's a desert.
Yeah,
Shit's
rocks.
flying up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like normal driving a normal car where your gas tank.
Right.
Your gas tank is down there.
Right. It could blow at any time anyway.
Right.
We're all taking our lives into our hands while we drive cars.
When I drove here today, I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to blow this car up today.
No. All this ice on the road.
snow is okay. It'll
Right.
cool it off.
Oh yeah, it'll melt before it hits my gas tank. I get it. So it's basically an ambush when they get there. Surprise of all surprises.
And it's at nighttime.
Yeah, it's suddenly
So
night.
you know there's wild cards at play.
Yup.
They go to the Reaver camp. It's a janky punk misfit camp. And there's like a prison cave at the camp where
Yeah, that
they
just
held
had like
prisoners.
a bed frame up against the hole.
Right.
All
It's
right.
like really secure.
Yeah,
it's like
very.
the ogre went and like slammed it into the mountain. It's
And then the next person
that
just,
ain't
like,
open it up.
Slowly takes it away. Thorne has a flashback.
Right. Because his memories are coming back.
Right, because he's going back home basically.
Right.
He figures out how he got to the point where he was at, and it's because Reaver locked him in a mine shaft with a bunch of zombie rabid guys.
Because he was jealous of him. He's like, a snake can't have two heads.
Exactly. And Thorne's the tough, cool guy that...
And his girlfriend.
Yep. And so Reaver was having none of it. And basically they insinuated that he got bit there.
Right. But
And
he's trapped in there with his girlfriend
Right.
who they captured.
Yes, that's the girl that was in the dune buggy.
Right.
So Thorne and her, they're stuck in there, and that's the end of that flashback. And that's why everyone's like so fucking confused why Thorne is still alive, because they're like, you should be so dead right now, dude.
Right. They pull up to the camp at night, and then like Reaver's like, oh, blah blah blah. I'm an evil villain guy.
I'm British
blah, blah, blah.
or something.
Or I'm like a Southern hick from the Alabama hills. And then they say, we got this thing wired with so much explosives it'll kill all of us.
Yes.
And then Reaver's like, that's why I like you, Thorne. You know how to keep it fun. Here's your people.
You win. No problem.
Yeah, take them.
God bless.
Yeah, but then they were probably going to do a double cross, but then they get attacked by the Night Runners.
Right.
So that's how everybody escapes.
Yes. And then I think the next shot is them driving towards each other during the day, like each gang.
There's like this little interlude where Dr. and Mrs. Fauci's talking to Dallas about how they can like make this serum.
Oh, right.
And then they're like, oh, damn, it's Reaver's gang. And it's like the Apocabus is going to have this. It's like the shootout at the OK Corral.
Right, but with rigged out super cool cars.
Right, but the thing is that they didn't get, why didn't they bring the flamethrowers? Like, what the hell?
Thank you.
Like, you just bringing guns?
Right.
You've got
and you have
flamethrowers.
very little ammo with that. This gunfight is insane because they're all driving towards each other and shooting each other. Everyone's missing everybody.
Right.
At one point, I think they all get out and start walking to each other and start shooting.
Right, they're like very close to each other, and then like Pam's out there, and and then all the fighting pops off, and Pam from the office gets shot. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh man, Pam's probably gonna die, but no, maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah, I think she's dead. I don't remember.
So there's like this massive gunfight. Then after the gunfight's over, everyone repairs to their cars for
Yes.
the car war portion, the road war portion of the fight.
Of course.
And so Dr. and Mrs. Fauci's driving the Apocabus. Reaver's right there.
Yes.
And she just slams that and runs him over.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's going to come back. It's
course.
going to be like a Die Hard-esque,
Yep.
Die Hard villain thing where he pops up, but he never does.
Nope.
he's somewhere. He's roadkill. like why didn't he like pull himself up and try to stab somebody?
I mean, at the very least, he could have tried to stab somebody. He owed that to us.
No, but he just gets completely played out by the Apocabus. It just lays him
Yeah.
out, and then this wild car chase. Deer Antler Man shoots a huge crossbow bolt that hits Dr. and Mrs. Fauci right in the leg, like this
It was
giant
like
arrow.
a harpoon. Like, why the fuck does he have a harpoon?
Like you would immediately go into shock and die.
Really?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that there is no way her leg is not broken into a billion pieces.
Right.
And she's like, owie.
But she's still
owie."
driving, and Dallas is like, "Hey, take it easy. You're gonna need a new pair of pants."
I wrote that down too. What? We know this.
And then this is my favorite part of this entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like during this weird car fight,
Yeah.
Ogre is in one of the cars. The big guy,
Yeah.
Ogre. Kind of film it the same cuts and stuff from like Road Warrior, where you
Yeah.
see their faces and then you see the spike cars and stuff.
Yes.
And they have this focus on Ogre, and then somehow his arm gets chopped off.
Yeah.
And when they show his face, it looks to me like he's yelling, "Nerds!"
That's exactly what it was.
And then he's dead.
That was so beautiful. Like, there was not a lot of violence for this movie for what it was, and seeing the guy like with his arm out the window shooting and having it just get chopped off made me gleeful.
Nerds!
Thank you, Ogre. You
Yeah.
made the movie for me. Did we ever address the fact that she had a huge harpoon in her leg, like once they get back to camp? Because it seemed like
First off, the mystery woman in the dune buggy saves
Yes.
Pam
yes
from the office.
yes.
And then when she shows up to the Pacabus,
Mm-hmm.
Thorne's like, he embraces her as his lover, he remembers.
Yes, the only thing he remembered.
Right. And then he's like, "You got any bolt cutters?" Because they got to get the doctor out of the car. They got to like chop up.
Yes.
Somehow she's alive, not dead.
Exactly. Still very much alive. And then we go back to camp. Is that when we go back to camp?
I think they go to like a town or they go to like some area where the doctor can make her serum.
Right. And that's what she does.
Right. Because she could basically solve the apocalypse in a
Yeah.
school.
But nobody fucking gave her that chance because
Yeah.
she's a woman, and that's what fucking people do.
Well, I mean, she probably could have been on like some government commission or something. Like Trump probably would have appointed her during the
Oh,
apocalypse.
shut your mouth. He would not have. She's a woman.
Right.
Right.
You know, they have the serum
Yes.
and they have the zombie boyfriend,
yes.
Mr. Bloodface,
Kevin.
Kevin Bloodface.
Kevin Buffett.
And they're like, "Let's give him the serum.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Come on. This is going to be great.
Just fire that shit up."
What's taking so long? We have it. Let's do this. He's dead anyway.
So this is the part I just didn't get at all.
What? Okay.
So,
I'll explain it to you.
okay, because I can't figure it out. So he gets the serum.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow it works instantly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're like, first test. Shine some sunlight on him.
Yeah. He's fine.
He's like perfectly fine. It's like he's not photosensitive. This is like a glimmer of hope.
a huge glimmer of
This
hope.
is like Moderna or Pfizer or something.
Yes.
We made it in this kid's school.
Yes.
Yes.
As you do.
Like, test number 2.
What's that test?
Give him some water.
Perfect.
Patooey! I hate this stuff.
This is disgusting
This
and
isn't
I'm
blood.
terrified.
This isn't the blood I like.
It's clear for one.
But he's not crazy. Like, he's not acting insane.
No, he's acting like a person that has hydrophobia.
Right. So what I'm wondering is, okay, so he was infected and he took the serum and he's no longer a frothy zombie.
Yes.
He's like a normal person
Yep.
who doesn't like water.
Correct.
Why do you have to kill him? Like, what? They're like, if we don't kill him, the virus wins.
Yes, they say that a lot.
So like the virus, and we're all infected with viruses all the time. That's how like human evolution happens.
Yes.
Like we change and our bodies adapt. So like can't like the future of humanity have like some humans that don't like water?
Right. Give them
like,
Gatorade.
Yeah, give them some blood Gatorade or something.
Can they have blood from other creatures,
Right.
or do they have to be human blood?
Yeah, we don't really know. Like, yeah,
I mean,
can't
I
he just
bet
like
if he
eat
got some
like
rats,
animals?
Yes. There's got to be like iguanas and shit in the desert.
Like, isn't the part that is why you're scared of the zombies is they're zombies?
Right.
They're not like normal human beings.
Right. And this guy is that.
He's just like a normal guy who hates water.
And that's fair. Have you had the water in Berwyn? It's gross.
So this is where Thorne's kind of like, it's okay. We'll just all leave. Like our gang will leave. Like
Right.
this elite squad of humans that hates water and whatever.
And
We're
they're
daywalkers.
Nope, you guys gotta die.
Everybody's got to die. So then it turns into like this Quentin Tarantino movie where like everyone's shooting everybody.
But this is where he has the flashback of how he is immune. Well, not immune, but he is a daywalker. Because when they got out of that cave, she was like, "You've been bit.
It's
Give
the
me a
only
hug."
way.
And she bites his neck because she is also a daywalker.
Right.
But no one knows because that just means she's a human that doesn't like water.
Right. So it's like she converts him to
Yep.
like her own virus.
So he's not.
So they're
a
not
zombie.
insane zombies. They're just
Right.
like normal humans
Yes, that
that
don't like
water. That's what I don't get. Like, can't like humans that like water and humans that don't like water get along?
I don't know why they can't. It seems really racist.
Right. Like this whole ending just doesn't make any sense.
No.
Like does it have to turn into Hamlet or like Macbeth? Like what? Like why are we going for this like ending
We
of death?
cannot let the virus win.
Like when you recover from a virus,
Yeah. You're like,
if
I fucking won, you piece of shit.
and then you like take like some test, and there's a little bit of virus left in there.
Oh, not now, not
You're
today.
It's like you need to be 100% virus free.
If you're going to live on this planet.
Right. It's like, I don't care. You can't have 1% of gonorrhea. We've tested your blood. You're 2% syphilitic.
Wow. Wait, does that mean half of your body is 2% syphilis?
I have no idea what that means. I don't know. But,
seems fine.
in this world, you're dead.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Only healthy. Are they Nazis? Is that what it
Is
is?
this like a eugenics thing?
Thank you.
Like, is Dallas like secretly like a Nazi?
That's what I'm
eugenicist?
saying. I think we just discovered the real story here.
Was Dr. and Mrs. Fauci an evil, like Dr. Mendeley style? Like,
Yeah. And that's why everyone in this shootout deserved to die, except for the water guys.
Yeah. Like, I wanted Thorne and his girlfriend and the zombie boyfriend to just be able to escape.
Yeah.
Right.
Not Jerry Ryan would have come with. She'd been like, dope. I'm not afraid of you guys because you just don't like water. It's fine.
Doesn't she end up, having like the same exact moment from the beginning of the movie at the end where she sees her boyfriend laying there and he's like, don't do it. We're good. We can leave.
It was the exact opposite because she was like, no, fuck you. You got to go.
Yeah.
Nope. What? Why does everyone have to fucking die?
And then, like, when she leaves the room after everyone's dead, and like it kind of, there's like this little moment with Thorne and his girlfriend where we think they're dead,
Yeah.
but then when
Yeah.
not Jerry Ryan comes and sees the little girl,
Yeah.
they're not there anymore.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, like you can only see like the doctor dead.
Oh, sequel. We got to make the sequel.
And then it like cuts to like Furiosa driving down the road with the little girl.
Yes.
And then I was thinking like, what if the little girl has it? Like they like secretly bit her and then she's gonna.
And the other two are in the trunk. This movie was not terrible.
Yeah, this movie it had enough to like keep me going.
Trust me, I watch these movies all the time, and this is a fun one.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the acting was okay.
Not great.
It was, the scenery was great.
Yep.
Because the desert looks really nice.
Uh-huh.
It didn't have, like, shitty special effects.
Right. Which I like watching, but...
All the science stuff was amusing because it was so matter-of-fact and, like...
ridiculous.
Yeah, completely crazy.
Do you have an alternate title for this movie?
Yeah, when you told me I needed to come up with an alternate title, I instantly thought of an alternate title, which is Apocabus Now.
Wow, that was really good.
Yeah, because a lot of the movie focuses on the Apocabus.
Yeah, it really does. I have 2, Mad Max and the Fresh Water Supply, and War's Not on a Road. That's what I got.
It's like desert, like side of the road wars, like truck stop wars.
Yep. Do you have a favorite quote from the movie?
The 2 quotes that I have are from our friend Dirk.
Yeah.
One where he's talking to Thorne and he wants him to shut up, and he's like, "Hey, Mary Poppins, do me a favor, shut the fuck up," which I really liked.
I love him. He was great.
But right before that, he drops one of the funniest lines in the movie, I think, just because it comes out of nowhere. I don't know if you caught this one, but they're like getting out of the car to go in the gold mine, and he's like, "You can stay in the car if you want, but who's gonna have your back, Papa Smurf?" I'm here to whoop some ass.
I got that, and I was so confused by it. I was like, well, okay.
But like, he's so connected to like old pop culture. He's dropping like Papa Smurf knowledge on Thorne. It's like, who's gonna get your back, Papa Smurf? I'm here to whip some ass.
I don't think Papa Smurf's gonna get my back.
Papa Smurf was pretty smart, right?
Yeah, like I don't know why he wouldn't, but I don't think he's here.
Well, like, I thought it would have been more fun. It's like he would have dropped more Smurf lines. Like,
if half of his line were just Smurfy.
It's like, so then I told her, if you want to Smurf with me, you got to get down with some Smurf and chocolate. Like, he just could have interspersed Smurf stuff.
Yes.
Like why was he even thinking about Papa Smurf? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Not at all.
Like, I used to watch the Smurfs when I was a kid. I haven't thought of them in many years, probably like 40 years.
Yeah.
Like, in the future, in the apocalypse.
They're all over the place.
It's like,
merchandising is just as prevalent as it was in the 80s.
Smurf it is. Smurf you, zombies.
Whoa, language. You can just, come on. This is a family podcast.
I smurfed up.
I had a hard time finding a fun line from this movie because it was a very straight movie as far as dialogue goes. From what I'm used to, I'll say.
Right.
But I'll give you 2. Thorne says to Dallas, "Hey, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I think your camp is on fire," as they're watching the camp burn to the ground. You know what, Thorne? Thank you. That was very helpful.
That was like the original ending of MASH. It's like, cue the MASH music and the camp's on fire. It's like all the MASH tents
and then
are
Radar's like, "Hey."
Dun, 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 dun.
And then, of course, now you're going to need a new pair of pants.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. Well, every time I've ever been shot with a giant harpoon in the leg, I was like, I love these pants.
I know, right?
Like, I don't want to buy a new pair of pants.
No, they've got a huge hole in them. Maybe I can take it to get altered or something.
Right.
But I've probably also shit my pants, so.
Because I just got shot with a giant harpoon in my leg.
C'est la vie. Bret, do you have anything that you would like to promote?
I'll be working on some plays, and so in the future, I'm gonna try to write some kind of sitcom pilot
About Furiosa.
No,
and-
it's gonna be like a sci-fi with. It's gonna have
with like
it's gonna have
Furiosa.
Bigfoot in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, if you want to get in on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that'll be something I'm gonna be working on, and hopefully the whole theater scene will get back on its feet again soon, along with the rest of the world. And
Right.
we can all rejoin society again and have a great rest of our lives out of the wasteland.
Where we're not afraid of water.
I had a great time coming on here talking about
Thank
this
you
movie.
so much for coming. It was a pleasure. This is a really fun conversation.
I think I picked a good one for us to talk
I
about.
think that you are right. And please, you're always welcome back if you find another one
Yeah.
that's equally as interesting to you.
Yeah, maybe I will. Is there any like Blade Runner one or like I'm really into Blade Runner.
Off the top of my head, I have no idea, but most definitely yes. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening this week, and I will see you next week. Bye. Say goodbye, Bret.
See you later. Bye.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Asylum Case Studies. Special thanks to Playwrite Bret Angelos and a very handsome and talented Andy Slater, our mixer and engineer extraordinaire. Make sure to visit us at asylumpod.com, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitcher, or whatever, so you'll never miss a case study. While you're at it, if you found any bit of enjoyment in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes, or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Unless you're going to be a dick, then no thank you. So until next time, I'm Tressa Slater, and hey Mary Poppins, do you want to do me a favor and shut the fuck up?